The concept of poverty is driven by social, economic, and political elements. It exists all over the world, in which people lack sufficient income to obtain certain minimal levels of health services, housing, food, clothing, and education, generally recognized as necessary to ensure adequate standard of living. A major charity organization based in the United Kingdom works to make their mission a reality. Comic Relief drives positive change through the power of entertainment and has raised over €1 billion. Comic Relief launched on Christmas Day in 1985 on BBC's Once from the Safaha refugee camp in Sudan. They raise money mainly through their two big fundraising campaigns, Red Nose Day and Sport Relief. They spend their money raised to tackle the root cause of poverty and social injustice in the United Kingdom and across the world. They use the power and influence of the brand to raise awareness of issues where we feel like we can make the biggest impact. They work with other global initiatives to raise awareness and have the biggest impact in creating a lasting change. There are many ways to give, including fundraising, making a donation, leaving a legacy, making a monthly donation, and buying the products that are online. What is Red Nose Day, you ask? Well, in 1988, Comic Relief launched a campaign called Red Nose Day. Every 2 years, people get together and do something funny for money from home, school, or work. They spend the money raised to help people living tough lives across the United Kingdom and Africa. Internationally, it has grown in Germany, Iceland, Finland, and recently United States. The partners of the campaign include official partners, supporting partners, technology partners, and mobile partners. Some of the official partners are TK Maxx, Dove, Toyota, Barclay, and British Airways. Some supporting partners in Red Nose Day initiatives include Coffee Relief, Oxfam, and etc. And their technology partners include HP, Cisco, PayPal, WorldPay, and others. And their mobile partners include Virgin Media, Vodafone, and T-Mobile. America's first Red Nose Day was on May 21, 2015. It was a 3-hour entertainment TV special on NBC featuring the country's favorite comedians, musicians, and Hollywood stars. In total, they raised over $21 million. The money raised goes to the organizations that help children and young people in the U.S. and across the world. 50% of the grant money is used to help children and young people in the United States. The other 50% of the grant money is spent on some of the poorest communities in the world in Asia, Africa, and Latin America. America's charity partners are Boys and Girls Club of America, Charity Water, Children's Health Fund, Feeding America, Gavi the Vaccine Alliance, the Global Fund, LIFT, National Council of La Raza, National Urban League, Oxfam America, Save the Children, and United Way. They work with other organizations to benefit the children in 3 key ways. First, they keep them safe by reducing levels of violence, exploitation, and abuse. Secondly, they educate them by improving access to good quality basic education and helping them with job training when they grow up. And lastly, they make sure they are here by giving them access to primary health care, clean water, and sanitation. Along with America's first annual Red Nose Day, they launched an app through NBC where you can take a photo of yourself or a friend and add a red nose and share it with the world to help raise awareness. They also can donate through a link in the app to the Red Nose Day Fund. You may also share the photo via Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for all to see. There are very many success stories out there. One is Abdul from Sierra Leone. He was suffering from rotavirus, which is one of the leading causes of death in children under 5 years old. Every year, millions of children miss out on vaccinations against the most common disease, making them vulnerable to sickness. After receiving treatment from a rural health center, Abdul has returned to health thanks to Gavi the Vaccine Alliance. A donation of just $5 will purchase an entire course of rotavirus vaccine for a child in a Gavi country. Another story is Agnes. Agnes is only 10 years old and usually spends her days scavenging through the dump alongside with her disabled 60-year-old grandmother. She would search for items that will help her cash them up to less than $1 a day. The project, Pontico Kizo Lutu, uses Comic Relief cash to help vulnerable girls stop working and get into school. It also helps family members, like Agnes's grandmother, to develop safe forms of income to provide for themselves and their family. Agnes now goes to school, and her favorite subject is English. She said, "Because of Pedicteso Latu, I have learned to be confident, and now I can stand in front of people and recite a poem. I couldn't have done that before." In conclusion, thousands of poor people throughout the world die from starvation and malnutrition. Although the effects of poverty in the U.S. are not as dramatic, it is still real and happening. Many projects and organizations partner with charities to help overcome the problem. Many success stories are told due to the success of the campaign. Many ways to donate and fundraise to contribute would be a help to make the vision a reality.